beloved child, someone you know has fallen into trouble, and it is because of you. Yes, you heard me correctly. Your actions, though unintentional, have caused someone to step into harm's way. I need just 15 minutes of your time to reveal what is unfolding and what must be done. My dear, stay with me until the end, and you will receive the confirmation you've been seeking. If you believe in God's blessing on your life, then subscribe to the channel and type "Grant me blessings" in the comments. My child, you do not yet comprehend the gravity of what has taken place, but I see it clearly. Someone whose path crossed yours, someone connected to you, has walked into danger. It was not by their own fault, nor by their own misstep, but by the ripples of your actions. Listen closely, for time is urgent, and I must speak what is true. This person trusted where they should have been cautious. They moved forward when they should have paused. They spoke when silence would have been wisdom. And why? Because of you. Not because you intended harm, nor because you desired their downfall, but because choices were made. Doors were opened, words were spoken, and now consequences are unfolding before my eyes. You did not see the trap that was laid before them, but the enemy did. You were unaware when their foot crossed the unseen line, but I witnessed it. Now they stand in a place where darkness stirs, and the enemy waits, poised to strike. This is no small matter, my child. This is not something to overlook or dismiss. I am calling you to listen, to understand, and to grasp the seriousness of this moment. You may not yet recognize the danger. Perhaps you think, I did nothing wrong, or you may say, I never intended to hurt them. But hear me well. Your words, your actions, your silence, and your decisions all carry weight in the spiritual realm. Every step you take creates a ripple, and those ripples do not vanish. They move outward, touching lives in ways you cannot always see. That is why I tell you now. Someone is in trouble, and you must not ignore this warning. I do not speak to accuse you, my child. I do not come to fill you with fear. I speak to you now because you are the one I have chosen to make this right. The enemy has found access through a door you unknowingly left open. Though you did not intend it, that opening was enough. And now you must act. You must come to me in prayer. You must cry out for mercy, not only for yourself, but for the one who is now in danger. Seek me with urgency. Plead for my intervention before it is too late. There is still time, but the window is closing and you cannot afford to delay. The person in danger may not even realize it yet. They may be walking forward unaware that peril lies just beyond their next step. They may believe all is well, yet in the unseen realm, the enemy has already begun twisting, distorting, and weaving his dark plans, preparing to strike at the appointed time. But I am calling you now to stand in the gap. Do not say, I will pray later. Do not say, this isn't my fault. Do not say, what difference can I make? Every moment matters. The enemy is swift in his schemes, but I move with divine power. If you will listen, if you will obey, if you will seek me now with a humble heart, I will act on your behalf. I will wrap this person in my protection. I will break the enemy's hold and unravel his wicked plans. But you must act, and you must act, and you must act now. This is not the first time I have spoken to you about the weight of your words, your choices, and your influence on the lives of others. My child, you do not live alone. Your spirit is woven with the spirits of those I have placed around you. When you move, you affect them. When you speak, your words take root. When you act, your choices send ripples that stretch far beyond what your eyes can see. That is why I am speaking to you now, because what has begun must be stopped before it unfolds further. You are not powerless. You are not without my authority. I have given you the power to pray, to stand in the gap, to intercede, and to call upon heaven's armies to intervene. Do not let the enemy convince you that this is hopeless, or that you are too weak. That is a lie. I have equipped you with strength through my Spirit. I have clothed you with authority in my name. When you pray, you invite my power to move. When you call upon me, I will answer, and I will move mightily on your behalf. Rise now, my child. Do not delay. Pray with boldness. Seek me with all your heart. I will act, and I will rescue the one who is now in peril. Trust me, for I am faithful. I am the Lord your God, and I will not allow the enemy to triumph over those who call upon my name. My beloved child, the enemy wants you to believe that you are powerless, that there is nothing you can do, that the situation is already beyond repair. But do not believe this lie. I have equipped you with the power of prayer, the authority to intercede, to stand as a barrier for those who cannot yet recognize the battle they are facing. Do not allow the enemy to deceive you into silence or hesitation. There is a spirit of confusion at work in this situation. There is a spirit of confusion at work in this situation. The person in danger may feel lost, uncertain, and overwhelmed. Their choices may be guided by fear rather than wisdom. They may be hearing voices that are not from me, whispers designed to mislead and destroy. If you fail to step in, if you neglect to pray, if you ignore my word and fail to declare my authority, the enemy's influence will continue to unfold. But if you rise up, if you seek me with a heart that is steadfast, if you cry out to me with unwavering faith, I will move. I will not only shield this person from harm, but I will also open your eyes to reveal how this situation came to be. I will teach you to walk in deeper wisdom, showing you the weight of your influence and the power your presence carries in the lives of others. I will protect you from repeating this mistake, but you must act now. This is a moment of urgency, yet it is also a moment of awakening. You are not called to be passive. You are not meant to drift through life unaware of the spiritual battle that rages around you. I have given you my spirit, and with it, I have given you authority, an authority that cannot be overcome by darkness. Now is the time to act. Seek me now. Pray for this person with fervent faith. Speak my protection over their life. Declare my word boldly over their situation, and watch as I rise in power to overturn the enemy's plans. For I am the Lord your God, and I will not allow the enemy to triumph over those who call upon my name. But my child, I need you to take action. Will you listen? Will you pray? Will you stand in the gap before the enemy's plans unfold any further? I am calling you now. Do not turn away. Seek me with a heart of surrender, and you will witness my hand move mightily. My child, there is a truth you must understand deeply. Your choices, the decisions you make each day, hold far greater weight than you realize. Every action you take sends out ripples that stretch far beyond your own life. The impact may not always be visible in the moment, but know this: your choices carry spiritual significance. Like waves spreading across still waters, your decisions touch lives in ways you may never fully comprehend. Even the smallest action, a word spoken quietly, a decision made in passing, can change the course of someone's life. This is a truth you must learn to respect. Reflect on this carefully. Every choice you make carries a cost. Every word you speak holds power. Whether you are aware of it or not, your actions influence the people around you. The question is not whether your choices will affect others, but rather how they will. You are not living in isolation. Your life is intricately woven into the lives of those I have placed around you. With every step you take, you shape the world around you. Do you understand how significant this is? Do you realize the influence you hold? Every action, whether intentional or unintentional, creates a ripple that moves outward, affecting hearts, minds, and futures. You are part of the divine design I have created, a tapestry woven by my hand. Your thread, no matter how small it seems, is vital. It connects to others, forming patterns that reflect my purpose. This design is no accident. It is not random. Every choice you make contributes to either life or destruction, and you are accountable for those choices. Many walk through life believing their actions are insignificant, thinking their choices affect only themselves, but this is not so. What you do reaches far beyond what your eyes can see. Your words can ignite hope or sow despair. Your choices can spark healing or stir confusion. Even a simple decision, one that feels minor or unimportant, can set a chain of events into motion. One kind word can lift a weary soul. One harsh word can leave a scar that lingers for years. One moment of silence can rob someone of the encouragement they desperately needed. One decision, no matter how small, can alter the path of another's life. And this influence is not limited to the people you know. Your actions affect your environment, your community, and even the generations yet to come. You must grasp this truth deeply. Consider the lives that surround you. Every encounter, brief or lasting, weaves a connection that holds purpose. My child, I urge you, step forward with wisdom. Walk in my love. Speak with grace. Move with intention. Your presence in this world carries a divine purpose, and I am calling you to embrace it. I am the Lord your God, and I have entrusted you with influence far greater than you realize. Rise now, and walk in my light. My beloved child, you were never created to walk this life alone. Your existence is deeply connected to the lives of those around you. Whether they pass by you briefly or remain with you for years, every encounter, no matter how fleeting, plays a role in both their journey and yours. You may overlook a passing conversation or dismiss a simple act of kindness as insignificant, yet those moments carry far greater weight than you realize. The choices you make, both large and small, have the power to influence the path others take. When you act with compassion, when you speak with gentleness, you do more than brighten someone's day. You may unknowingly plant seeds of hope, healing, and transformation in their heart. But when your actions stem from selfishness, when your words are sharp or unkind, you risk placing stumbling blocks in their path. You may unknowingly push them further into confusion, pain, or despair, a path they were never intended to walk. This is the weight of responsibility I have entrusted to you. My child, understand this. I have placed you exactly where you are for a divine purpose. The people who surround you are not there by chance. They are part of the design I have woven. Your presence, your influence, your words, they all serve a purpose in my greater plan. Every decision you make carries consequences that extend far beyond what you can see. Whether through love or through carelessness, your choices leave a mark. One that can build others up or tear them down. I urge you to grasp the seriousness of this. You are not living only for yourself. Your life is intertwined with those I have placed in your path, and with the generations that will follow you. The decisions you make today will echo far into the future, in ways you may never fully comprehend. It's easy to become consumed by the rush of daily life, to focus only on what you need, what you want, or what is directly in front of you. But I am calling you to rise above this limited view. I am asking you to pause, to step back and see the larger picture. Your life is not a series of disconnected events. Every relationship, every conversation, and every moment you experience has eternal significance. When you begin to see the world through this lens, when you recognize that your life is woven into the lives of others, everything changes. You will start to see people differently. You will understand that your words hold power, that your actions can either bring restoration or cause harm. This is why I urge you to walk in wisdom, to consider your words before you speak, to act with purpose, and to love with sincerity. You cannot afford to live as though your life affects no one else. Every person you encounter is my creation, someone I love deeply, and someone I have called you to impact. When you choose to live with patience, kindness, and humility, you reveal my heart to the world. You reflect my love through your actions. But when you allow selfishness, pride, or anger to control you, you distort that reflection. Instead of drawing others closer to me, you risk driving them away. And that, my child, is a burden you must carry. I do not take it lightly when selfishness clouds your choices. For not only does it harm others, it also damages your own heart. It distances you from the path I have prepared for you. It draws you away from the destiny I desire you to fulfill. I know the world around you encourages you to pursue your own desires, to focus only on what benefits you. The world tells you to prioritize yourself above all else, even at the expense of others. But that path is dangerous. It leads to emptiness, to brokenness, and to a life disconnected from my purpose. Do not allow the world to shape your identity. Do not believe the enemy's lie that your choices are insignificant. Do not let pride convince you that your actions affect no one but yourself. I have given you the gift of free will, not so you can live selfishly, but so you can choose love, righteousness, and truth. When you choose to walk in my ways, when you surrender your heart to my will, you will see how your life becomes a channel of my grace. When you extend kindness, you will ignite hope in hearts that have grown weary. When you offer forgiveness, you will release healing to those bound by regret. When you speak words of encouragement, you will inspire others to rise in strength and purpose. This is the power I have given you. The influence that flows not from your strength, but from my presence within you. When you choose to align your life with my will, you become a vessel of my light, a beacon of hope in a world filled with darkness. But my child, I must also warn you, the opposite is true. When you live with bitterness, when you give in to anger or pride, you will sow destruction instead of peace. Your actions will wound hearts, shatter trust, and lead others down paths they were never meant to walk. This is why I urge you to be mindful of your steps, to guard your heart and seek me in every decision. You were created to carry my love, to bring healing, to restore the broken, and to reflect my light in a world that desperately needs it. Choose love, my child. Choose kindness. Choose life. For when you walk in my ways, your life will echo far beyond what your eyes can see, and your presence will become a blessing that shapes the world around you. My beloved child, the enemy is cunning, and he rejoices when my children stumble. He delights in watching you make choices that bring pain, confusion, and destruction. His greatest pleasure is seeing you stray from the path of life and love. But my child, you are not powerless. I have given you the strength to resist his schemes. You have the authority to reject his lies and embrace my truth. You have the power to choose what is righteous, to choose life, to choose love, to choose my ways. This is why I call you to seek wisdom. Do not move hastily through life without considering the impact of your choices. Every step you take carries weight. Every decision you make leaves an imprint, not only on your life but on the lives of those around you. Come to me before you decide. Seek my counsel in all things. When you turn to me, I will reveal what lies beneath the surface. I will expose hidden dangers and guide you in the path of truth. I will teach you to discern what is right, even when the way seems unclear. But you must choose to listen. You must choose to trust me. When you do, you will begin to see the world through my eyes. You will recognize how your life fits into my divine plan, a story I have been weaving since the beginning of time. At times your choices may seem small, insignificant even, but never underestimate their power. The words you speak, the way you treat others, the priorities you set, these things ripple far beyond what you can see. So be mindful, my child. Choose with wisdom. Choose with love. Choose with a heart aligned to mine, and you will witness my presence shaping the world around you. I do not demand perfection, but I do expect growth. I do not require flawless decisions, but I do call you to learn from your mistakes. I do not expect you to carry this burden alone, but I do ask that you invite me into your journey. And when you do, when you choose to walk in step with my will, you will see the beauty of your life's impact. Your actions will create ripples of grace, love, and healing that extend far beyond what your eyes can perceive. So now, my child, I ask you to pause and reflect. Reflect on your choices, on the words you have spoken, the actions you have taken, and the ways they have influenced those around you. If you see moments where you have fallen short, if you recognize times when your actions have caused hurt, do not carry that guilt alone. Come to me. Bring your regrets to my feet, and I will cleanse you. I will restore what has been broken. I will heal what has been wounded. You are not defined by your mistakes, my child. My grace is greater than your failures. I see your heart, your desire for restoration, your longing for peace, and I am here to answer. Do not allow shame to silence you. For I have not called you to live in fear or condemnation. I have called you to live in my freedom. The one who has been affected by your choices is not forgotten. They are also under my care, and I will tend to their wounds just as I am tending to yours. In this I am teaching you a powerful truth, one that will change the way you see the world. I have called you to pray. Pray for those you love. Pray for those who are hurting. Pray for those you have unintentionally harmed. Pray for those who have wronged you. Prayer is not a mere request. It is a spiritual weapon, a declaration of faith and an invitation for me to move. When you intercede on behalf of others, you are stepping into my work. Your prayers have the power to soften hardened hearts, mend broken spirits, and open doors that no one can shut. Do not underestimate what happens when you call upon my name. Your prayers release my power into situations you cannot control. They invite my hand into places where darkness has tried to reign. When you pray with sincerity, with a heart surrendered to my will, I will respond. I will move in ways you cannot imagine. So I ask you now, my child, will you answer my call? Will you rise in prayer and stand in the gap for those who need my hand of mercy? I am waiting to move. I am waiting to restore. I am waiting to pour out my love on those you intercede for. Trust me. Seek me. Pray without ceasing, and you will witness my power unfolding in ways that will leave you in awe. My beloved child, do not allow guilt or shame to silence your prayers. Instead, let your heart be stirred with compassion, a compassion that moves you to intercede with love and sincerity. Pray for healing. Pray for restoration. Pray for healing. Pray for restoration. Pray earnestly for my divine hand to touch the lives of those around you, especially the one who now suffers because of your actions. When you lift your voice in prayer, do so with a heart full of grace. Ask me to pour out my peace upon them, to soothe their troubled spirit, mend their wounded heart, and guide them into the fullness of my purpose for their life. I know the burdens they carry, I see their silent struggles, and I will lift that weight from their shoulders. I will mend what has been broken and lead them to a place of wholeness and healing. Your prayers will shine like a beacon in the midst of their darkness, a light that pierces through despair, offering hope when all seems lost. But understand this, my child, as you pray for others, I am also working within you. Prayer will soften your heart. It will refine your spirit and shape you to be more like me. Through prayer you will learn patience, humility, and compassion. As you draw near to me in prayer, you will find your own soul renewed, strengthened by my presence and filled with my peace. And while I move in the life of the one you are praying for, I will also be working in your life, transforming you into the person I have destined you to become. Blessed are those who intercede on behalf of others, for they are the vessels through which my mercy flows. They are my hands that lift the weary, my voice that speaks comfort, and my heart that pours out love. Know this, my child, your prayers are never in vain. Even when you cannot yet see the results, trust that I am moving. I am working in ways unseen, shifting hearts, changing circumstances, and aligning events for the good of those who love me. When you stand in the gap for others, I will stand beside you. As you lift them up in prayer, I will lift you up as well, strengthening you, encouraging you, and surrounding you with my peace. So now, I speak blessings over you. I bless you with wisdom to make the right choices, to walk with discernment and clarity. I bless you with peace that will calm your heart in the midst of this storm. I bless you with courage to confront your mistakes, to take responsibility, and to grow in my love. I bless you with compassion for the one who has been wounded, that your prayers may be filled with mercy and tenderness. And I bless the words you speak in prayer, for those words will break chains, move mountains, and call forth my power. I also speak my blessing over the one who is suffering because of you. I declare healing over their heart, peace over their mind, and strength over their spirit. I surround them with my love and protection, and I will mend what has been broken in their life. I will lead them into my peace, and I will reveal my goodness in their life in ways they never expected. My child, know this: nothing is beyond my reach. No situation is too tangled, no wound too deep, and no mistake too great for my mercy to redeem. Even in moments where you feel helpless, I am working all things together for good. Trust my plan, believe in my timing, and know that through your prayers I will bring forth healing, restoration, and new beginnings for you, for them, and for all who are affected. Never forget, when you pray, you are partnering with me in my divine work upon the earth. So pray, and pray without ceasing, for I hear every word you speak, and I answer in accordance with my perfect will. You are never alone. I am with you, guiding you step by step, bringing peace, restoration, and abundant blessings to all involved. If this message has touched your heart, take a step of faith today. Type "I am the chosen one" in the comments. Like this video to declare your faith. Subscribe to the channel to receive more messages from God. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. My child, I am not finished with you yet. The best is yet to come. Hold on to my promise. Hold on to my word. Hold on to my love. I am with you always, even to the end of the age. Amen.
Thank you so much for supporting our channel. If you agree with this video, type Amen. If you love God and you believe in Him, please share this video.